Da-da-da-da-da-da. I am your singing telegram. Hi, everybody. No, kidding. Okay. I know what prompted me to start the show with that. We never start the show with any kind of odd introduction or flourish or anything. I mean, we don't have like a theme or I don't know. Who knows? So
well,
just,
wait. Are you serious about that?
huh? No.
Serious about that?
When have we done anything? When have we done
I
anything?
am serious, and don't.
So who knows? Anyway,
But it was the butler that did it.
It's Friday night, June 2nd, 2017. We're ready with another edition of Game Show Talking Fun, and I am going to, before we get too far into this this episode, it suddenly occurs to me that we really don't make sure that this is mentioned around in a few places, because we didn't really we didn't really get a chance to mention this in too much. Anyway, while I'm going through all the business here and trying to get all the action started, I apologize for the delay. All right, you know those of you regular viewers, you know the usual suspects, batch of idiots, whatever you want to call us. Scott Goldiner, of course. Chris Berman, who hopefully will stay in one place tonight. And
did you say Chris Berman, not Chuck Berman?
Chris Berman, you smack.
Oh yeah, I'm in the wrong place tonight. Oh boy.
Must got sports on the sports center on the ring. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Okay, good.
Yeah, but
I know he moved. Okay, and of course Matt Roach is here.
yeah, if you really want to write a theme song, I know this has been overused. Why don't you write a song about game shows to the tune of "We Didn't Start the Fire"?
Well, no, like that. Well,
I can't even imagine.
no, they did what they did a we didn't. No, actually, better yet, the Billy Joel song "Easy Money." There's a music video with all the game show
I'm talking
scenes
about
to
with
it.
lyrics. Or if we want to avoid copyright claims, we could just do it to La Cucaracha.
Oh, wait a minute. It's like a
No, wait
strike kind of.
a minute. They made a parody to "We Didn't Start the Fire" to the Homes was when that was a thing.
What about "We Didn't Start the Flame War"?
That summarizes the entire internet in a nutshell.
Please.
Oh, Lord help me.
Gotcha. Okay. Just give me 1 second here. I messed something up here. All right. Well, here while I fix this information. All right. Let's get it. Let's do a little bit of smash and trash, because there's a couple of things we want to make sure that we get out of the way and stuff like that. First thing, right off the top, we want to give as a group a resounding smash to our good friends within the game show community. Devira Kai up in the Boston area, who last night he got to fulfill the lifelong wish or whatever, and he competed on Wheel of Fortune. I think I already kind of what happened. I didn't get to see it, unfortunately. Bad luck. Somebody's gonna get me updated or whatever, but I've already seen some still pictures, so I kind of already know the outcome and stuff like that. Doesn't mean I still want to see it, but hey, have you guys get a chance to catch the show last night?
So no.
Didn't do too like. No.
Paul updated me on the whole thing though.
Yeah, the wheel didn't give Devere a lot of luck last night.
Yeah, I know. So I saw. Yeah, it took him. Yeah, I know. Any spoiler? It only took him to the speed round before he finally caught a break on the puzzle. And hey, we've seen that happen. That the wheel does that to people sometimes. So it is what it is. That's a huge chance to see the show.
According to Paul. Well, wait, hold on. Paul gave me the official total that he won.
Well, I've seen the total, but well, here, wait.
Yeah.
Match it up for me, just so I'm aware of it.
Speaking of where is he?
1650.
Yeah, 1550 is what you got. Yeah.
No, I have 1650 from Paul.
I've seen.
It's enough to pay for the trip back.
Well, either way, we know that.
That's not a bad total for
that half hour.
Oh yeah, always true, right? Yeah, no, I mean, hey, anytime you can walk away with something over the gift 1,000, that's always a good thing. But hey, Matt, you still with us, buddy?
I am. I never left.
No, you dipped out for a second. No, I wasn't sure if you were still there or not, or whatever. So no, did you get a chance to catch Tavira last night?
I didn't. I'm just trying to look up the recap on Game Show Newsnet, but it's not there. I might have to go to another.
One thing I know that because I saw that Paul made a comment about this when he was watching the show, and I've seen video of the interview since. However, it's clear that that up until now, Pat Sajak has never heard of cosplay because he asked Tavira about it, and Tavira had to explain it to him. I know there's video proof. So one of our friends on the Facebook has it or whatever.
I probably would have done. I probably would have if it wasn't him, and if I made it on wheel, I probably would have done the exact same thing as well.
What in terms of what, Scott?
The cosplay as well.
Yeah, it's just another fact that they put on those cards just to get the exacerbated face from Pat.
Well, no, he wasn't really exacerbated at all. No, not really. No, he was just getting he was just
puzzled basically.
In general, what is it exactly? And no, Tavira seemed to explain pretty well. And Pat wasn't taking it back around sorts or things like that. No, it just seemed he understood what it was all about. So no real problems, no real worries there. So, but either way,
I probably would have done the same exact thing as well too.
Well, you will have to explain it to anybody under 40.
Under 40?
Coming up next, new game show coming to MTV, under 40.
Yeah.
Let's not bring MTV. They really screwed up on a bunch of shows recently.
Such as, Chuck?
Teen Mom. That show's overrated now.
Wait. That's not even a game show. Wait, don't even bring that into the business.
Are you talking about Fear Factor?
But there is a game show. Might as well bring it up, Chuck. Let me see. Did you have you seen the new
MTV's bringing back Fear Factor with Ludacris as host.
They already started it, I think.
Ludacris is.
Didn't they just do the first episode the other night?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they did. Chuck, did you get?
I read it in the Post Wednesday morning that also executive producer on the show too.
Okay, all right, we got that. All right, but did anybody get a chance to see it yet?
Yeah,
no.
Pretty much every.
Here, wait, Chuck. Wait, what did you see with Fear Factor?
They didn't bring like some of the extreme ones, like the bugs.
Why? What
love the bugs.
I love what they're doing now.
Just the same old crap. I love the bug stunts. They were cool. I like to eat a roach though. I love that.
All right. Well, wait. You got to give me some examples of what they're doing now, because I'm not personally a Fear Factor. So you got to give me some.
According to the Post, they actually listed
So wait, Chuck, what kind of stunts are they doing?
They're doing like the biking thing.
Yeah, you got to give me some context. Remember, never seen Fear Factor, so I
can give a better
speak
context.
English, Chuck?
Let Chuck speak. Go.
Events, I like just watch like the bugs. I don't know why they haven't brought that into the play yet.
Chuck,
only been one episode.
The bike stunt. I don't know what the bike stunt is.
I don't know either. I've just been busy. I'd say I don't know. Oh, I'm so frustrated right now. I'm sorry, guys.
Have you actually watched the show?
Yeah, the old one.
Okay, all right. Does anybody watch the now one?
Some of the stunts that they posted in the New York Post. Just a few of them and what they had to do.
Okay, like.
But in one of the stunts, they actually have the contestants' smartphone dangling for something, and they have to try to cross this ravine that's high up. And if they fail to do it, their phone goes basically into the drink.
Smag.
Really?
Into the drink. What's it filled with? Is it just water or actual?
Yeah, so that's like the technical nickname that we call the water. We call it the drink.
Yeah, the different
days that seems to be the go-to thing. You want to nowadays the true fear factor is losers lose their cell phones. Oh God, the humanity, right?
Yeah, that's the millennials in the nutshell.
And it's probably not even their real cell phone. It's probably like a prop show would actually smash their actual.
Hey, you don't know that. You don't know that. Remember years ago over in England, there used to be a show called Beat the Crusher. You ever hear of that one?
Yeah, eventually a system
that
was too easy to exploit.
Not really an extreme stunt show, but the idea was that you had to complete these stunts. And if you weren't doing them fast enough, this guy literally in front of you destroyed your prized possessions in life.
Oh shit.
Yeah, easy, Chuck. Yeah. Well, hey, wait. It gets better. The final piece of the show, they choose two couples out of the audience based on their license plate numbers, and they'd have them face off in a head-to-head trivia battle. They'd ask questions back and forth. They'd take both of their cars from the lots and they'd put them on these giant lifting cranks or whatever, where every time you get an answer right, the opponent's crank goes one notch higher. Get it wrong, yours goes one notch higher. The one who can get the others over the top, that couple gets a new car, and the losers, well, they get to walk because their car gets put into an industrial strength crusher.
It doesn't matter because they're just losing whatever car they bought at the used car lot 5 minutes beforehand. It became too easy to exploit the system on that show, and that's why I got canceled.
Yeah.
But going back to Fear Factor, it's apparently they really had to jazz up the show by actually giving names to the rounds. There's Beat the Beast, Face Your Fear, and the Final Fear, which is known as the ludicrous one.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, basically the winners of the first stunt get an advantage in the second, and they actually do have the bugs because I actually did my research. Chuck. Basically just lying in a morgue bed while being covered with mealworms and roaches.
And the one that they showed in the Post this Wednesday morning was the one with where they had to get the cheese out of like the mouse traps without setting them off.
Yeah, yeah, it sounds more mental there because I know that they didn't always use gross insects and other creatures. I remember one stunt on the original show actually. Yes, sir.
Sorry for cutting you off. And according to the interview in the New York Post Wednesday morning about it was that yes, the way that Ludacris is doing, he's doing it in a way where he's kind of like being like the drill sergeant and them, but he also wants them to overcome their fear.
Yeah, considering Joe Rogan, the original host, was a real taskmaster in terms of shouting his lines, telling everybody that they could do it. It's all in the mind. Fear is not a factor for you. I think he was more the drill sergeant with Ludacris in the first episode. I think being a little too lighter and softer. I mean, after all, considering we're on MTV, we have the millennials playing, and everything is much more low budget. I mean, although I have to give it credit.
We're still playing for 50. We're still playing for 50K. That hasn't changed.
Yeah, I'm just saying that the scale of the stunts is a lot smaller. We're not having these Michael Bay explosions in the third stunt.
Wait a minute, time out. On the original Fear Factor, one half of the Broken Hearties won. Brother Nero.
Chuck, can you please speak English?
Sorry. For the broken Hardys, now known as the Hardys in WWE, Jeff Hardy, he was on Fear Factor during the original run.
Was that a celebrity edition or civilian?
I think a celebrity edition.
Yeah, because I know they had several.
WWE edition.
I see what you mean.
Brian should know about that. He's the
right.
he's the WWE fan.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm sure it's some. Yeah. Well, yeah. WWE. You're talking about at the turn of the millennium was like I said, they were over the top, sky high. So yeah, no, you had to figure that everybody was eventually every show was eventually having the WWE stars on doing different things like that. Because what they've been on Weakest Link, like I said, yeah, they did Fear Factor. I know some of them a few years ago did that other MTV show Silent Library. So
yeah, pretty much everything except for Celebrity Jeopardy.
Always going to keep being around. So.
And I think they were on. Weren't they on?
Weakest Link, of course. When Kane
back
won
in the day, they were on. And then back in the day, they were on. I think they were on Combs' Feud. I think a few times.
Yeah, I think so.
They did Combs' Feud once or twice. I'm sure. I know. TNA did Harvey's first. But I think I think the WWE guys. I think O'Hurley had them on. Once or twice too. So like I said, no, they've been around, stuff like that. They're always going to be. So that's the way. Hey, Scott, before we get too much further, can you do me a favor? For some reason, it's not the chat links are not cooperating with me to bring Elliot in. If you could, because he's trying to sign into the show and it's like I said, it's not giving him the time of day. Yes, I know you're still waiting, Elliot. Don't worry, we're trying here, buddy.
He's still looking at that colored ball rolling around there, buffering.
Whatever it is, like I said, we're trying here. We'll do whatever it is we can do to get it and stuff like that. All right, so let's see. So let's see. All right, let me ask you something. Okay, and like I said, I don't want to get too much farther with this into the smash or trash category, but it just seems like since we're going to segue into this next or whatever, no, just going with the idea. Okay, so we got Ludacris doing Fear Factor. We got Ice Cube producing Hip Hop Squares over on. Wait. Who's got Hip Hop Squares right now? Is it still VH1 or I thought it was another channel? Who's doing it? VH1.
Well, it's not. MTV2 had the first version of Hip Hop Squares.
Right, but who's got it now?
I think it's VH1.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Yeah. No. All right. That was right then. Okay. So it seems like we got all the rap people now all of a sudden getting into game shows now because now we got these two, and then of course I don't think we were. I think it's been a little bit. When was it officially announced that
Yeah, Elliot's still having trouble.
All right, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, it was announced about 2 weeks ago that Snoop Dogg would be hosting an upcoming revival of The Joker's Wild.
Yes, so that's
on TBS.
It's going to be for TBS, and definitely from the written description in Variety magazine, a lot of things are going to seem very different about this.
Well, for one thing, The Joker's Wild will not be a game of definitions.
I'm going to turn my light on.
Well, like I said, this version of The Joker's Wild will not be a game of definitions.
We're going back to basic. Chuck, turn your light on. Chuck, turn your light on.
Have you got a campfire there? I want a marshmallow.
Yeah.
I think that Chuck's maybe trying to turn this into the Midnight Society here.
Yeah, it's become a very avant-garde photo shoot there.
The Midnight Society. Really, Scott?
Are you afraid of the dark?
Yeah, I know. I know what he's referring to. I got it. But anyway, like you were saying though, Matt. So just for those that didn't see the article, describe some of the differences that are supposedly in store for this new Joker.
Well, first of all, as I was trying to say, The Joker's Wild is not a game of definitions. As you know,
Thank
it's a game of spinning the slot machine, answering questions, rolling the dice, going out into the street, taking surveys, getting you into a casino-like atmosphere with a laid-back vibe with Snoop Dogg leading the way.
Snoop Dogg, oh Jesus, take the wheel.
Well, actually,
Well, wait.
let me guess. Is Kanye West going to be hosting a revival of Press Your Luck soon?
Don't.
Oh shit.
Don't.
Please.
No, we're giving that job to Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah,
I can much.
God willing.
I could easily tolerate him doing something like that.
Yeah, but TBS is very hit and miss when it comes to their game shows. For every Starcade, there's a deal with it. For every King of the Nerds, there's a real Gilligan's Island.
Start.
Well, I'm not sure how many people are counting the
Kitty
real.
Bash and Start.
Oh, that was strange in its own right.
Yeah, so really, this is
What,
not going to be
Starcade?
your father's, your grandfather's, or even your great-grandfather's Joker's Wild. This is just going to be Snoop Dogg's basically in a casino asking questions.
We call the Joker's Wild.
All right, okay.
Yeah, basically, I think the title is only there just so they can sell the show and really capture the nostalgia there, since apparently they weren't able to get it on ABC. So, and Snoop Dogg, I remember when he was on The Price is Right, he was quite savvy there. So it's clear he's a fan of these game shows, but I'm not sure how that will translate to his hosting. So
Well, wait.
for right now, this is
He
going to
even said that. Interrupt you for a sec. Oh, he even said that he was a fan of the original Joker's Wild.
Yes.
Well, he's proven that he's a fan of a lot of classic shows and things like that. Given the fact that, like I said, he's in recent years, like Matt said, he's played Price is Right. He played season 1 of Pyramid with last summer. So I mean, it's like, and he proved competent in both games, for the most part. So it's not a question that he's just like totally doesn't know what he's doing with this stuff. So he clearly has got some semblance of what needs to go on in order for these shows to succeed. So I mean, from that element, okay. I mean, like I said, it's still going to feel a little weird, but I'm game to give him a chance and things like that. But like, as far as some of the elements that were discussed in the Variety article, like I know they talked about elements in relation to they're gonna it's not just gonna be the slot machine, like Matt said, it's gonna be more of a casino style setting in terms of, like I said, there'll be dice related elements, there'll be card related elements. I think they talked about like kind of sort of like how
Street Smart.
Well, yes, kind of either Street Smarts or I don't know how close it'll really get to like Card Sharks 2001 kind of candid camera sort of things. Or, well, I mean, the article doesn't really get into it, but they mention that there's going to be like on the street camera segments and things like that of some capacity. So I mean, like, the question is, like, in looking at those different elements or whatever, I could see some of those ideas fitting, some of them not fitting or whatever. So like, between the two of you, because we keep losing Chuck, like, what pieces of that puzzle do you see as working better than others?
Well, I mean, the precedent here would be with Las Vegas Gambit. If you remember, they used the high rollers, big numbers towards the end of its run, and that didn't really fit in with the show, although it did give Wink Martindale some training ground for what he would do years later. I mean, the playing cards, I mean, I could see that used in a bonus round to determine how many spins that they would get or determine a prize. I don't see that coming into the format or changing it too drastically. The streetwise questions that might work as a category. I mean, they could ask a survey question that involves both players. Like, that could be one of the special categories they had, if you remember, i.e. the fast forward or the mystery category. And the fourth element, we have the problem-solving element. I don't know if problem-solving as in mathematics or a detective's puzzle or anything, again, that could just be a special category. So some things could work. It depends on if they can really gel it together to make a cohesive format that's really has its kinks ironed out and really flow for all players and still remain engaging and pay a little fan service, since a little fan service goes a long way. So because of the mystery around here, pun intended, I'm going to have to trash now.
So right now you're
trashing, but it might be smashed later.
Yeah, I mean, even though this was brought up as news, I think when the show does air and we do see some few episodes, we should revisit this and then.
Oh, trust me, we will. Of course, we will.
Right now, either way, I'm gonna have to be in the middle. We decide one or the other, so I'm neutral on this one until.
Are you leaning towards any particular choice?
Say, do you have if you had to guess which way the boat is teetering?
Not right now. Can't really tell. It's too early in the development stages of the show, so I'm just have to say it's right now for me. The scales are balanced.
So, what did you use did you use the wrong buzzer?
What wrong buzzer?
Yeah, easy up, sounds, guys. Getting a little too sound happy here. I mean, granted, it's nice to have him, but
it's whoa.
But okay, so for you PTI fans out there, Scott's taking the Mike Wilbon approach to over under. He's pushing, so who knows where that's gonna go. I mean, I'm gonna admit, yeah, the only one of those elements that I could personally see working in general would probably be just based on the name of the show alone. Yeah, the cards would seem to make sense because there's the Joker in the deck of cards, so that sounds reasonable to me. But I'm very iffy about anything else really fitting with the theme, unless, like you said, Matt, it does turn out to be category style things or whatever. I mean, it's tough to say.
Maybe
I get a weird feeling that some of these things, instead of being categories, maybe there might be actual rounds of the game, and as a result, they may end up doing what they did in the early run of Joker 90 and have the pull of the wheels be the dollar amount that you play for and stuff like that. It might be the all dollar wheel kind of sort of thing. I get a feeling that would seem the most fitting for if they're going to institute all these other elements and fit it within the confines of the Joker program. I get a feeling that's the direction it's going to end up being.
Yeah, and I think since very few game shows straddle their games to the next episode nowadays, I get the feeling they want a format that's going to begin and end within 30 minutes.
I'm going to say gone in 13 weeks. I'm sorry.
Well, you got to remember, Chuck, most shows nowadays, they don't
not even 13 weeks.
13-week format. This isn't like the 80s of
It's now 8 weeks. Most first seasons of cable game shows are 40 episodes daily.
Well, I think
yeah. So you're giving it the 40 and done, huh?
Yep.
What do you think they would need to do? What would you really need to see then, Chuck, in order for the Joker's Wild, the new Joker's Wild to have a longer life than that? What's the one thing that they would really need to do without, as we've said before, forget about turn it the way it looked in the 70s and 80s, because again, we've talked about that before on past shows.
Don't dig up Jack Barry's corpse.
Yeah, just like forget all that.
My lips. No definitions.
No definitions. Okay. Not that they were the worst thing in the world. I mean, everybody seems that like that's such a damning thing about the old Joker's Wild, or Joker's Wild 90 rather. It wasn't that terrible and stuff like that.
I think just because it had the name The Joker's Wild, everyone was expecting that format to return.
Right. Well,
unfortunately, it did big crap stain in the bottom of my shoe.
Easy.
Well,
Chuck, easy.
Technically, they fixed that, I think, midway through.
They did, although although in my opinion the second format was actually worse because it took longer to complete a game.
And the shows ran over.
Yes, I mean the first format, everything began and ended within 30 minutes.
Yeah, well, there was one infamous instance that that there was an episode that ran long. They actually had to edit out part of the game, and you could tell from the sudden jump in the scores. It does exist that it happened one time. And that was part of what led them to change the format, other than the that people wanted to make it look like the old Joker and stuff like that. And I've always said, that could have been an easy fix. The biggest mistake was they made round one go to 1,000. That should have been done. They should have stayed at 500 and then doubled the money of everything in round two to make you get to 2,000 faster. That would, and I've done the math on it. I researched a bunch of episodes in the past, and I took track of questions and things like that. Had they done that, there would have been a number of episodes that would have considerably had a shorter game, and they wouldn't have had the problem nearly as much. But who knows? So, but anyway, when it comes out, they've even announced the premiere date for the new Joker, correct?
Well, I think it's still trying to get in development. They haven't started casting yet.
Yeah, yes, yeah. So nothing is officially set in stone as to when it starts or whatever. But either way, one thing's for sure, and our silent producers confirm this: there are people that those of us in the game shows, some of us in the game show circles know there are people that are the fans like us that are now working in the business and things like that. Several of them are part of this crew for the new Joker. So our silent producer has affirmed to us, give them a chance. Don't get too antsy yet. They're gonna make sure it gets treated with the utmost care. So even if it's different, they're gonna treat you right. So let's just give the benefit of the doubt for now, and let's just wait and see what happens. So we'll do that. All right.
And maybe when it comes back on, we'll revisit this, and maybe our opinions will change on it.
Well, of course. Again,
we definitely will.
You know well enough when these new shows come up with it.
Yeah.
Look. Hey, what was our very first podcast last year? We reviewed all the ABC summer games. So, and we've done one for the wall too. So
I will say this.
Ready for it.
Say this. When I heard Strahan was hosting, I was a little iffy on it, but I went to the taping and everything, and yeah.
So,
yeah, and I saw the taping on it. My opinion about him changed as host, and I wished him the best of luck with it.
Strahan is going to be part of the production team of this new Joker. So he's getting in place too. So again,
when I had that,
we'll talk about it. All right. Okay.
Like I said, when I had that little.
Okay.
Wished him the best of luck with the show. So
yeah. Okay. All right.
We get you.
All right. Let's get into our.
What about the new Love Connection? What's your take on that?
Oh, okay. I'll be honest. I have not had a chance yet to see either Love Connection or Beat Shazam. I'm gonna try to catch up with it in the next couple of weeks or whatever. And knowing anything, probably when we get to our next podcast or whatever, since it's the 1 year turnaround, what the hey, we'll probably revisit the current crop of summer games. So hang on to those. We'll get the matter of fact. You know what? Let's make that the next podcast in 4 weeks on the 30th. Okay, guys, just make it easy. Okay, all right. So
I got
27 next 4 weeks, guys. We'll cover everything that's going on. We'll cover Beat Shazam. We'll cover we'll cover Love Connection. We'll get the even though Candy Crush will not have started yet, we'll give our early opinions or whatever, and we'll follow it up with in the Smash or Trash it. Next time you get the idea. Okay, all right. Okay, so hey, at least now we've got our next one covered. All right. We don't have to wait till the last minute to decide a topic. Okay, let's get to tonight's topic, okay, because we're losing a little time here. All right, so in the last couple of weeks, this subject has come up a bit recently because of I'm going to give you the reason why we this topic began in the first place or whatever. But Okay, right. No, I'm not. I don't want to jump back because we'll check that. Who here watches Saturday Night Live with any sort of regular basis and things like that?
I used to.
Ryan, deal with Elliot.
Okay, because a few weeks ago, and this was the reason why we did the why we came up with this. Why I started this topic. I originally wanted to do this as like a top 10 list or whatever, and maybe somewhere along the line we probably still will, whatever the case is, we'll make an official top 10 video for the channel. But a few weeks ago, Saturday Night Live decided to to create one of their many game show parodies and stuff like that, and they came up with one that, now I want to be careful. I don't want to get in trouble with again because I know we've had some accidental copyright issues and things like that. I'm gonna try to put at least get a screenshot or whatever. I mean, I've got to borrow from YouTube or whatever, but I'm at least gonna try to do this in a screenshot form to be able to set it up.
Or you could just get screenshots and still photos and just put it on a PowerPoint.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna play the video. You know, I'm gonna actually. I'm just gonna.
Oh, you mean?
I'm gonna put a still.
You mean parody?
But here was the crazy thing. They decided to come up with an absolutely insane, parody that, for those of us that grew up in the 80s and especially into the 90s and stuff like that or whatever, this was an absolute shock. I would have never guessed that anybody would have come up with this and stuff like that. Everybody see that?
Yep.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Well, you were close. It's where in the world is Kellyanne Conway?
Only this time, what they did was, instead of Carmen Sandiego, they decided to use the suddenly disappeared and ousted White House aide who's caused a lot of calamity with some of her words, Kellyanne Conway.
Yay.
And here's the man of the hour. Man of the news hour.
Yeah. So that's yeah. So they put her in the Carmen dress. They did the whole thing like that. They even had a bunch of the cast members doing the rockapella bit and the whole thing like that, which was crazy enough in its own right. So I mean, again, they played completely to the to the hilt and made sure that everything about it was perfectly the way that it was supposed to look and stuff like that. The funniest part was they had contestants and the guy who was posing as Greg Lee was like, are you ready to find Kellyanne? They're both like, I don't really want to find her. Yeah, and they're like, and he's like, well, I guess that's the show. 7 weeks we've been on it, and still nobody wants to find her. So ends of bit. It was over in 2 minutes. So,
yeah, all that work just for 2 minutes.
But hey,
but then again, the Today Show used to do a thing. Where in the world is Matt Lauer?
No. But yeah, But you're talking about what they did on the Today Show. But that wasn't necessarily a game show parody and stuff. Whatever, they were just playing off of the name. But this in terms of actually being a full-fledged parody and stuff like that. That's one that, I mean, and we're going to talk about a bunch of them here on the show tonight. That's one that, if you had to guess that any of these shows or like either Saturday Night Live or on the Tonight Show or Mad Magazine or different things like that, did you ever possibly think anybody would ever do a Where in the World's Carmen Sandiego game show spoof?
Well, aside from Seth MacFarlane, no.
What?
Hey, Brian, I have an idea for the rest of this episode. Why don't we do it like what Game Show Garbage did with like the Family Feud thing? Let's make this a food chain. How we rank them?
All right.
Well. Wait. There's a lot to pick from, and I don't think enough of you are ready to actually establish. Don't worry. somewhere in the future we will get an official food chain top 10 going wherever. Remember, that was a plan of this whole thing. But for right now, let's just get some of our favorites out for a moment, and we'll get. For those of you watching here on YouTube, either live with us now or later on, if you catch this on the fly or whatever, then we'll get this set up, and just like leave your comments here and stuff or whatever.
And just a question, Brian, when we're picking our favorites, do they necessarily have to be comedies or from sitcoms, or can we go into dramatic territory if we want?
Take it from wherever you want. All right, as long as just understand the main rule is here that, like I said, I guess in a sense, to consider it a parody, you have to take it from the perspective of that it's either the show was modified within the medium that it appeared in for some sort of comedic effects, or like the rules were truncated, or whatever the case is. The idea is TV or movie character appears on said game show if you're going in that direction, or like said something like Saturday Night Live or Mad Magazine would do, or whatever the case is. Then a question of that the show that they're spoofing, or if they made up something original, because there's a couple of original ones we'll talk about too.
I got one that comes right to the top of mind.
All right, okay, Scott, go ahead. What's one that you have?
Since Elliot took the test for the show the other day, Cliff Clavin and Mama both appearing on Jeopardy.
Well, there've been a lot of Jeopardy spoofs. We got.
You could make it a food chain in and of Jeopardy itself.
Right,
we might do that.
Yeah, because
the two that come to mind is Lawrence's Mama going on Jeopardy and Cliff Clavin going on Jeopardy. Those are the two that come to mind first.
Well, I'll give you a few more then. You had
Sean Connery on Saturday Night Live.
Girls. You had Dorothy in her dream being on Jeopardy. You had Fran Drescher as the nanny being on Jeopardy. You had Rosie Perez in White Men Can't Jump. She was on Jeopardy. And
I think at Disney they did one with Ellen being on Jeopardy too.
Jamie Lee Curtis and Bill Nye the Science Guy at the University of Energy exhibit. Yeah, as Ellen's Energy Adventure, her being on Jeopardy. You beat me to the punch there. So been a lot of Jeopardy spoofs over.
And I would say this: I actually liked this. I liked the set that they used for Jeopardy in that one.
What about on Black Jeopardy?
Yeah, it's Saturday Night Live.
Oh yeah,
that's what they're doing now.
With Kenan Thompson at the helm.
Yeah, if you want the Jeopardy, right? Yeah, look no further than Saturday Night Live because they definitely have written the book on the Jeopardy parody, especially with the Celebrity Jeopardy that's occasionally still makes its comeback every now and again with Will Ferrell, Daryl Hammond, and the bunch doing their thing, especially with
the day you crossed me.
Color did a variation also.
Right?
But that was one of the dozens.
Glad to have you.
Hey Brian. You ruled the day you crossed me, Trebek.
Yeah, this is not a talent show, Chuck.
Not English. That sounded very French, Chuck.
Sorry. Don't worry about it.
I'm sure Sean Connery probably could do a French accent if he really wanted to. He can pretty much do everything.
Well, he was unable to sing in Darby O'Gill and the Little People.
Oh crap!
Yeah.
Don't bring that up, please. Don't bring that up.
But because of that, he got to be James Bond.
The saving grace of all saving graces.
That's very true.
Speaking of James Bond, we lost Roger Moore though. Speaking of that,
yeah, that was a shame. Yeah. Probably your favorite James Bond, right, Scott? So I know you're the James
Dalton, actually.
Huh?
Dalton.
Timothy Dalton. You like him as James Bond
that I ever saw.
Never
License to
saw
Kill.
James Bond on a game show.
Do I hear Pierce Brosnan? Do I hear Pierce Brosnan?
Show me Pierce Brosnan.
I like Pierce Brosnan on his other show though, Remington Steele.
Well, did you like Mamma Mia?
There's one that never
No.
did game show, a game show thing or whatever. So who knows? But
Yeah.
all right. But let me see. I'm trying to remember here because I know a lot of the Celebrity Jeopardy clips. They're not on YouTube now for some reason.
Copyright.
I'm trying to think of, and I know this is going to get a little dirty. I don't mean for it to, because hey, this is the direction they went with it. I'm trying to think of some of the examples of the question, the categories that Sean Connery.
Oh, yes, famous horse seaman. Whore, that's your mother. And Steven, that's what I put into her the other day.
The pen is mightier. The pen is mightier.
Time. Hold on. I was still talking, Elliot. I didn't get a chance to hear what you were saying. So here, wait. Which example were you giving?
I was giving famous horse seaman. That's famous horseman. No, it's horse semen. It's whore. That's your mother. And semen. That's what I put into her last night.
Yeah, anytime that there's a straightforward category, that will always be the misinterpreted category.
Wait. I got one. The pen is mightier.
I got one.
Wait, let Chuck go.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Chuck.
The pen is mightier.
yes, the penis, my dear. No, it's the pen is my dear.
I got one, and later on, this actually got turned into a Jeopardy category.
What was it?
Well, no, it got revamped into a Jeopardy category. Final Jeopardy, with the contestants were Keanu Reeves, who knows Kung Fu, Hilary Swank, and Sean Connery.
And of course, Sean Connery.
The final Jeopardy category was famous mothers. Wolfell looks at the card and says, "I'm not going to give you the satisfaction." Category is anything, right? Anything.
Yes, and by anything we don't mean not thank Chad Lowe.
Right, but because of all the jokes that Connery would play on Trebek about Trebek's mother,
Your mom's a whore.
Yeah, no, they took every possible category called. Yeah. And I'll even throw one more category in there. I think they did this one on the 40th anniversary one. The category, let it snow. I'll take let it snow.
Let's it snow.
And that's good.
There's Sean Connery's French accent there.
It's the only time ever. So,
especially
if you're among my students, do not hold it against me. Not that I'm sure any of them are watching.
Hey, Brian. Shuck it, Trebek.
Well, wait,
shuck it long, shuck it hard.
Okay, all right. We're getting a little dirty here. And speaking of getting dirty,
wait, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't do a short thing with Family Feud in one episode?
Oh, damn!
Of the Tonight Show.
Wait here. We'll get to Family Feud in a second because I was actually going to segue to you, Scott, for this next one here. Because, like I said, as I was trying to throw in, like I said, a lot of the things that Sean Connery, the Daryl Hammond as Sean Connery did were very dirty sounding within that Celebrity Jeopardy. And speaking of dirty, I know there was one that when we were discussing these a few weeks ago, there was one that you came up with that was a personal favorite of yours, going back to the days of In Living Color. I'm talking about the Dirty Dozens.
Yes, that's a Jeopardy. They did a Jeopardy also.
And they did a Jeopardy version. They did a wheel version.
Yes.
But it basically taking the old snaps jokes of the old "Yo Mama's So Fat" kind of thing. So
crap!
Those. And that was check me. That was Nick Bakay who did those.
Yeah. Speaking of game show parodies, they're talking about the Sesame Street ones as well.
Oh yes.
Well, how about this one from the Carol Burnett Show?
What's my part? They did something called "What's My Part?"
Squeal of Fortune.
Body. It was a part of the. It was Squeal of
what's
Fortune.
my
Was another one.
Was right. Squeal of Fortune. Chuck said, "Yeah, all
What's my shape?"
Smiley things or whatever." Yes, Yeah, thank you, Chuck, for digging us out of that hole and mentioning those. Yeah, that's true. You know,
wait, I got,
And
I
Guy
got one
Smiley
more.
allegedly was modeled after Jim Perry.
See, that's
Allegedly.
tough to say though, because you got to consider Guy Smiley. Sesame Street started in 1969, though, Elliot, and Guy Smiley only came on a couple of years into the thing. Jim Perry wasn't even in the game show consciousness yet at that point.
Yeah.
Oh, and Brian from our silent producer, there was one skit where you had Al Bundy on the Dirty Dozens too.
Well, oh no, right? Yes, that's right. They crossed over with the Fox shows and stuff like that. Yeah, they had him as the reigning champion of the Dirty Dozen. So the winner of that episode got into a snap face off with him to see if they could insult him enough to get him up out of the recliner, and it didn't work. So there was that one.
Fox.
So we had place. Okay, so let's so that was they were going, and then I try to think. They also had another one on in Living Color that they did a couple of times over. Didn't they do the East Hollywood Squares?
Yes.
And they actually got Peter Marshall to right, Elliot. They even got Peter Marshall to
I
host
remember
segments too, which was pretty nice in its own regard.
Oh, and then there's the one. And then there's the one from the Carabinette show, the $24,000 pyramid.
Wait, hold on, wait. Look it up. Get me the exact figure because I know that's not it. I know it wasn't an even number. It was 24,000 some odd and 89 cents or whatever. Yeah, give me the figure. Yeah. Look it up real fast.
I'm gonna look it up on YouTube. Go on to the next thing while I look it up.
All right, no problem. Matt, you still with us there?
Yeah, I've always been with you. I'm just letting all the other children speak first.
Ooh. Easy, dude, easy. Believe me, we've had enough of an issue recently. But anyway, but here, while Scott's looking that up, because that's another one that he was telling me about. I haven't got a chance to see it myself, but here, go. So here, we talked about In Living Color. We talked about Saturday Night Live a little bit, and even then, there's a couple others within Saturday Night Live. What's another one that comes to mind for you in terms of classic parodies?
Well, just something that was...
What's your situation?
Wait, hold on, Scott. Wait, relax.
Scott, your name is not Woj.
Take it easy.
Sorry.
Yes, I mean, something that's a very quick one that I don't think we need to spend a lot of time on. This comes from Family Guy when Bob Barker guest starred. It's basically something we've always wanted to do, or how we feel whenever somebody $1 us in Contestants Row. Basically, when they were going through the bidding and somebody $1 a contestant, and the contestant who got dollared out just curses them out.
I got the figure right here for pyramid.
Wait, hang on, Scott. Wait, no, who was doing the cursing out? Peter or the one?
No,
Peter?
It wasn't one of the characters. It was just when Lois was watching it on TV. It's a 30-second moment. It's not something that was, a full-fledged episode, but something that I was going to go into a full discussion on actually goes to the Jamie Kennedy experiment.
How so? What you got?
Well, again, I didn't have time to transcribe this, but it involved Pat Bullard and pulling a prank on an unsuspecting contestant on a fictitious game show called Quick Cash, which the rules of the show are so complicated that no human being could possibly understand them. I think they would make even Jay Wolpert's head explode.
Sounds like a skit that was done by the Frantics called "It's time for a brand new game show." It's a brand new game show.
I have the audio queued up if you want to hear the rules.
Yeah.
Sure, go.
Gentlemen, you all know the rules. We start off with the blitz round where I'll ask 10 questions. First one to buzz in gets to choose whether or not they answer that question, pass it to one of their opponents, bank the question for the quick cash round, or they can choose. If you choose blitz, then you have 30 seconds to answer all of the remaining questions. If you get them all right, you immediately move into the golden round, but if you miss even one of them, you'll hear... That's right. That buzzer means that you've now lost all your points, double your points, triple your points. If at any time during the blitz round you hear this buzzer, you Your opponents can challenge you by calling out challenge, but they have to do it before you call out no challenge. And you cannot challenge when you hear this buzzer, because that buzzer means we're in the... That's right. That buzzer signifies the golden round, where all questions double in value, and one of you will get the chance to go for the big money in the super golden round. You each have your silver card. Hold on tight to that, because you can use that card once to unblitz an opponent. Let's hear the unblitz buzzer. If you successfully unblitz him, you'll get all his points and his silver card, at which point you can use that silver card to unblitz your other opponent, stealing both his points and his silver card. All right, our first question.
God almighty, help me.
All right, can anybody repeat that back to me?
I cannot do that. I cannot do that with a damn.
Oh, by the way, on my screen right now, that's one of the concentration rebus puzzles for the dozens.
Dirty Dozen, yeah.
Oh God, what? How did this one go?
Okay, it's a your mama joke, but you got to figure out what it says.
I know that, but I mean, like, do you remember what the mama joke actually was?
Yes, I do.
All right, I'm afraid to ask, but here, go ahead.
Let's see. Your mama's so ugly, she has to get her baby drunk before it'll breastfeed with her.
Oh, sounds like Chuck's mother.
Ooh.
Zing!
Whoa, come on.
Well, you got the horn from The Price is Right.
Wait, hold on, wait.
The Price is Right.
I got a still for you. All right, you mentioned Price is Right, because here, Woj mentioned.
Wait. I got the figure for
Woj mentioned Price is Right, and here's the thing: Bob Barker has been around a little bit in terms of Price is Right spoofs or whatever. You mentioned the Family Guy bit. There was several years ago, we had Bob Barker on How I Met Your Mother with Barney Stinson being on the show, believing that Bob was his dad. So, and then there's even this one for me, Bob Barker on Monday Night Raw. This was some years back.
Price is Raw.
Back in 2009.
Oh, yes, I see that.
Yeah, he was a special guest host on Monday Night Raw one night. Yeah, they did it as The Price is Raw, and basically they just did like a made-up version of it, and whoever the winning wrestler was, he'd have them compete in a match to try to win a prize, and of course if they lost the match, they didn't get the prize and stuff like that or whatever. In particular, I had a very interesting speaking relationship with the very sourpuss, as you can see him on the left, Chris Jericho. That was in fun enough in itself. So it's one of those kind of things here. You got it. Even you, Scott, you can get some appreciation out of seeing these. No,
I've seen it. I've seen it.
Oh, you've seen The Price is Raw.
Yeah.
Oh, showed it to me a while back.
Living Color did one for every decade. They had a caveman Price is Right. They were actually playing for a wheel.
Yeah, I remember Mad TV doing that too. They had a caveman Price is Right with Barney Rubble as a contestant.
Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah, and it had their own version of Bill Cullen, didn't it? I believe.
Yeah, that was on the Flintstones. The other one was Mad TV, where they were offering fire as a prize.
I see.
Yeah, I remember. It was the Bill Cullen era Price is Right, because they had that one prize that was known as the prize prize.
It was originally on.
And Barney Rubble says, "I'll throw in my 2 cents," and he actually wins the prize.
Throw my 2 cents. There you go.
And he wins the prize. Now, going on about the Carol Burnett show, was Cher guest star. Cher was also part of the skit too. So it was the 24,000. That Cher, the one that used to.
Yes. What other Cher is there?
Oh shit! Sorry, my filter's a little off tonight.
And Dennis Weaver was the host of it too.
So what was the exact figure in this Carol spoof?
$24,000 some odd bucks.
Wait,
$24,663.89 pyramid.
Oh, damn. That sounds like a cheap ass game show.
I think they were compensating for the tax.
Oh, shit.
Listen.
And the fact that
Well,
they
wait.
were in New
Put
York
it this
at the
way,
time.
if the tax on $25,000 was less than $1,000 or whatever, I think we'd all jump on that bandwagon any day. You know.
Now wait a minute. Now here's my question, Brian. We know Vicky was always prominent on Pyramid. Was Carol ever on Pyramid?
I
As a
don't think
celebrity?
so.
I don't think she ever was on Pyramid, honestly. Let me look that up.
She did mostly Password.
Yeah, she was probably Password, right?
She
I know.
and Vicki Lawrence one time they were actually Mama and the dog. The characters.
What episode was that? I
For an
forgot.
entire week. Yeah, that was for an entire week.
Wait. No, they only did the Unison Mama elements. They only did that on one day during that 1 week.
Yes.
Carol and
Has that episode aired on Buzzer yet?
No. They're not. We're gonna have to be. I know Buzzer just turned 2 yesterday. Oh yes, of course. Happy birthday, Buzzer. You've managed to survive that long. But I'll be honest.
Buzzer rocks.
They're working on it. They still got their work to do, but they're managing.
It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. Just type in Mama. What the other character that Carol played on Mama's Family?
Eunice.
Eunice.
Oh.
Mama and Eunice on Password Plus.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, GSN sucks. GSN sucks.
All right, Chuck. Cool.
Take your pills.
You got. Yeah, Chuck. Take it down a notch here, okay?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Honestly, Chuck? What's got you so salty tonight?
I don't know. I just had a bad day.
Anchovies.
All right, well, here, just
out of all the flavors here,
this is our chance, Chuck, to calm down and just relax and have a good time with this stuff. You know.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm really sorry.
Flavors, Chuck has to go and choose salty.
Oh, Lord help me.
Yeah. Okay, but
There's 30 others. You picked that one, right?
Okay, so here, Scott, come back to your quick. All right, you were describing the 24,000 and change pyramid here. So you said Dennis Weaver was acting as Dick Clark,
and Cher was and at the end of the skit, because Cher didn't get anyone right from Carol. Carol actually goes over the desk and starts choking her at the end of it.
Because she got no clues right.
Clues right from Carol.
Epic fail.
Oh, jeez, yeah, epic fail to say the least there, or whatever.
Well, speaking of game show parodies, how about the one from the Benny Hill Show, the Sale of the Half Century?
Oh, you beat me to it.
Yes, I saw that one.
That was hilarious. That's hilarious. That one's hilarious.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to get it. I thought I was going to be the one to come up with that one.
Have they done a parody of the Crystal Maze before? Or I asked Scotty?
I doubt it.
Saturday Night Live, just 2 weeks ago, Saturday Night Live did a Press Your Luck parody.
Ooh. I got to see that.
Back that
It's
up.
called Just Desserts.
Hell yeah.
Time out. Let me see that.
That thought. I did not know about this. Hold that thought 1 second.
All right, they did one.
Wait, first, since Scott brought it up, hold on. Let me get this. Hold on. Everybody can see it okay?
Yep. I can see it fine, buddy.
Yep.
The volume's not cooperating here, but can you imagine if this is how the intro to our sale actually went?
Well, they're parodying the original opening from the Sale of the Century from the UK version.
Please,
which was
also called. I think it was also known as
studs. Yours to win tonight for only 20 pounds. Can you imagine?
Shit.
Just seeing that alone, I was afraid to actually look at any of the rest of this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
I shudder to think of how the rest of it goes. This was enough to get me nervous. So of course, you've got among the contestants, you've got the obligatory olds guy there in the side. However, they brought that old guy out for everything, did they?
I think so. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Benny Hill show, but I thought it was funny when I was looking through different things and I actually saw it. And I was talking to John Bergman about it too.
Yeah. No, it seemed very interesting and weird enough in its own right and stuff like that. That was
and Benny wanted the women to win, not the old guy. He
oh,
was hoping that one of
God.
the women
he
would.
always
Well, that's
does that.
typical on Benny Hill.
Well, look at this way. There's another one out there where Benny hosted a parody of Name That Tune. It was the same idea. He was favoring the girl to win the whole time and stuff like that. Even in the Melody Roulette rounds, there was one time he spins the wheel. It lands on the top figure, 100 pounds. The old guy buzzes in and gets the song right. Benny moves the wheel and said, "You won 5 pounds." And the old's like, "No, wait a minute. It lands it on this space. It lands it here. That's what I want." Because he moves it back to the 100. He's like, "That's what I want." Benny slams the wheel. The 2 zeros fall off. All right, fine. You won 1 pound.
Quid pro quo.
Monty Python had a game called Blackmail.
I love Monty Python. I love Monty Python. I love the Jack.
The idea of this one is
go ahead. It's describe blackmail.
Okay, it's a call-in show, but they say we know that Mrs. M has been sleeping with Mr. X. We'll give you 5 minutes. We'll give you 5 minutes to buzz in or to call us and send in the 20 pounds, or we'll reveal who you were with. What color was this baby, or whatever it is. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but they'll reveal a lot more information if you don't send in the blackmail money.
It's probably
now
floating around
becomes
on
our
YouTube.
bonus round, our stop the film round, and they're actually filming some guy going to a girl's place and doing what their thing and all, and the money keeps on going up and up, and until the guy they're trying to blackmail calls in. It's something people yet to see.
That sounds like Elliot. That sounds like what KTU Radio here in the New York area does with their War of the Roses segment every day.
Keep on reviewing. Yeah.
And then our silent producer chimed in and said Monty Python also did one called Spot the Loony.
Spot the Loony? What was that?
What the heck was that?
Apparently, they've been watching this show.
You have to you have to talk to the producer about that.
Yes, if our producer would chime in and just let us know exactly what Spot the Loony was. But here, all right, we're gonna talk about comedy teams doing things. So whatever, Matt, since your sound seems to be working properly, I'll trust you to get the audio for this because this is actually an audio only production or whatever. Can you please look up the classic comedy team of Cheech and Chong and look up Let's Make a Dope Deal?
Oh, I've heard that one.
And you want something weird? I heard that I had the vinyl of that as a kid, and I didn't even know Well, I think we get the idea. You can see. Just from the voice, you can hear how screw up that was. Stuff. Yes, hi, Brianna. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yes. She wants to show you her new pendant. She wants to show you her new charm. Yes. Okay. Right. We're on wrong side.
I think that's the third one.
2 weeks. So.
Okay, I'll show you.
I think that's the third one. I think that's the.
Who
I
knows?
think that's the third version of the pendant.
Okay. All right. Go. We gotta keep moving here.
And here's one. This is what I was talking about. It's called Game Show.
Game show.
What the heck is that?
Hello, good evening, and welcome. It's time to play a new game show called It's Time to Play a New Game Show.
I see.
Oh wait, and then there was the one from.
You're echoing.
Time was.
You're echoing.
Cut. Wait, everybody, cut. Hold on, Elliot. Wait, because now we're echoing through your set and stuff like that. Yeah. You keep playing the.
If you want perfect audio, get a Mac.
Don't have our sounds on while you're doing that.
Yeah. Oh, I got one here. Tiny Toons did one of Hollywood Squares.
Oh yeah, no, of course, yeah. Even the cartoons get involved in stuff like that. Yeah, they had
Tiny Toons did. Tiny Toons.
They had
Animaniacs. Animaniacs and one thing called You Risk Your Life, where they had Yakko playing during the bit of Groucho.
It's time for Wheel of Morality.
Oh yeah,
Wheel of Morality.
Of course, Wheel of Morality.
Turn. Tell us the lesson that we shall learn.
Do not back up. You're tired, Dan.
Yeah, you can also learn the state capitals from Wacko on Jeopardy.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait.
That's right. They did do one. That was part of it. They put Jeopardy as part of it.
There was also one called. There was also an anime. There was also an anime.
It was.
There's also one
parody, not Jeopardy.
Hold on, Scott. Here, Scott. Hold on a second. Wait. Everybody's talking at once here. We're losing everybody's sound.
Silence everyone.
Okay, wait. So wait. No. I forgot there was another Jeopardy parody that we were missing or whatever, because we forgot about Pinky and the Brain. We forgot about Brain's effort on Jeopardy falling flat at the last minute or whatever. And we should know that Jeopardy Pinky and the Brain was in itself a parody of another classics comedy show that did its own game show spoof or whatever. I'm talking about the Honeymooners with the $99,000
question. Yes, the
constellations are aligning.
Yes, it was the $99,000 answer when they were when Ed Norton was trying to teach Ralph all the
for the music trivia.
Yeah, so it was all music trivia. That was the category, popular tunes. So that when Ed Norton was teaching him, he would always start out by going ding 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 ding, or whatever. Way down upon the Swanee River. That he would always do that before actually teaching him a new tune.
That would be his warm up.
Yeah, that was his warm up. And then you go on to actually. But then guess what? The first question was way down upon the Swanee River, and he had no idea what it was.
And he had no clue because he kept telling Ed Norton to stop playing it, and he refused to have anything to do with the song. Sure, first song that comes up, and he can't name who the artist is. And he's just like, who is Ed?
Stop that!
I got the clip right here. Well, no, I got the whole episode. We don't have to give you the whole episode. We don't have time for that.
Hey Brian, one of these days, pow, right in the
I believe you, Chuck. Yeah. And so, of course, based on that, when we got to the 90s with Pinky and the Brain, that's when we had to deal with Brain going on Jeopardy to try to win big, so that he could have his money his funds to take over the world. And in prepping for that, they put full hunters. Pinky was the one in preparation for the show, but every couple of questions, Pinky insisted on asking, what TV character was famous for saying, "Pow, Sue, right in the kisser"? And Brain Ralph Crampton, and guess
That
what?
was beautiful. That was beautiful, Rob Paulson.
Yeah, that was. Oh yeah, and then of course from our silent producer, there was the one where Peter Griffin went on Wheel of Fortune after drinking all that Red Bull and spins the wheel and kills everybody.
Oh, what? Wait. There's also one instance on Family Guy when Peter Griffin got the crap beat out of him by what's his name?
Oh, and then also they spoofed Survivor too by making it appear in a studio.
Yeah,
and they spoofed the Family Guy also spoofed some Family Feud at one time as well.
Family Feud, and then there was the one on Wheel of Fortune that he went on. Batman symbol.
A Batman, another Batman symbol.
Another two.
And it was the N word with the A missing with the. Like,
yeah, you're thinking about Salazar there.
Yes.
No.
Like,
who annoy you?
That's like, I know the word, but I don't think I should say it.
Okay, all right, we got.
Just be happy Paul isn't here.
Let's be careful. You didn't have to say that. We got the picture. Even that.
So I think
seen it.
Yeah, it's in gist.
I know, but yeah, just let's take it easy. Let's bring it back here and stuff like that. So I'm trying to think. We covered a lot of different directions here and stuff. More than I realized that we were going to and stuff like that. And so wait.
Oh,
and I made my own game show parodies. Quite a few of them.
I got one that I just thought of too. It was an episode of the Carol Burnett show with Tim Conway when they were doing Password.
The Alan Ludden version or the old one?
No,
that was when Alan Ludden was still the host.
Yeah, but no, this was a clip. They were playing Password in the setting of it, and elephant, and Tim Conway goes snork.
What did he say?
Elephant.
We keep losing your sound, man.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to mute myself for a second because I've got a follower here.
In one of the episodes of the Carol Burnett show, they were playing Password in the living room. Family skit, and Tim Conway got the password elephant, and he went snork.
He did a visual. He did a visual,
yeah.
He tried to snort. He was going to try and give a clue for elephant, but he did a visual, which is not permitted.
Right. But, it's the Carol Burnett show. They probably changed it up a little bit just to make it funny.
The Odd Couple, they also did an episode where they were on.
Yes, I knew we had to have missed something. Yes, of course.
No, they did a couple.
Password. They did Password.
Password and also Let's Make a Deal.
Right, but a lot of people hold the Password episode in the biggest regard. Probably still considered on most lists of all-time best, not just of game show related stuff, but just TV episodes altogether. That's been one of the most consistently high-ranked episodes in all the history of television, with Felix and Oscar being on Password and stuff like that, especially with some of the clues here, whatever. Let me see, what was it
Aristophanes?
Yeah, huh?
Aristophanes was the word.
Aristophanes. Yes. Yeah, the pet. Yeah, the password is bird. Yeah, Aristophanes. And it's like with we're gonna take a commercial. We'll be right back after this. But both Betty and Al go, Aristophanes. It's know that Aristophanes wrote a play called Birds. Everybody knows that. Everybody but me. How do you expect me to get these kind of clues? Now come on, we're down 17-0 here now. No more Greek clues. Aristophanes is ridiculous. Right.
Taking commercial break.
No, and then we got 10 minutes to go. No break. We got to finish around. All right.
Now, there's also one game show that the game show is basically a parody of all game shows put together. Lest we forget, You Don't Know Jack.
Yeah, the PC game where high culture and pop culture collide.
Okay. Now wait. Now let me ask you. Yes, I know.
You don't know Jack.
Yes, I know you know that game, Bria. Now wait. Let me ask you this then, Elliot. Okay. Why do you put You Don't Know Jack in the parody category?
Well, I put that in there because it's a parody of game shows. The show itself was just meant to be a parody of game shows of the whole genre itself. It's not meant. It ended up being a game show itself, though.
Yeah, because you had a host who had no pretensions of hiding his contempt for the players. Because Cookie Masterson has perfected the art of playing extremely sarcastic, fictitious game show hosts.
Okay, but
well, wait. Since we're talking about one, just came to me. I think MTV did this one called "The Missing Link."
It was Mad TV, you mean?
That was Mad TV.
Yeah, Mad TV.
Their character, Lorraine Swanson.
Missing Link. Evolve.
Yes, Lorraine Swanson appeared on several different game shows. She appeared on Price is Right and also Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. She played a perfect game on Price is Right, but took 3 days to answer the $100 question on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Why was that? What?
Again, she was just swinging around the chair, just being dazed and confused about her surroundings. That was the whole joke with Lorraine Swanson, is that she was an old Midwestern lady who was constantly confused by everything she saw.
I can hear a few people that are regularly in that regard, but okay. Well, I'm not going to finish that joke. I'll get in trouble. But I'm trying to think though. So, but I mean, like, it's clear as we've seen everything that's gone on here, whatever. It becomes abundantly clear, obviously, that like I said, if you got a show that is absolutely outright popular in terms of like the all-time annals of game show lore and things like that, sooner or later, as you can tell, there's somebody's gonna come along and carry it. Whether it be Saturday Night Live, whether it be one of the variety shows, or things like that.
Well, wait.
Go ahead.
Here's the thing, Brian. That's big on pop culture. It is an honor, and I read this somewhere. It is an honor to have SNL parody your show.
Well, anybody.
I mean,
obviously, yeah, SNL is the biggest honor, but for anybody to do it, exactly. That's the whole principle of what we're saying here. So that's really what ends up making it work and stuff like that. So it's not easy to get that kind of recognition from different outfits in this world and stuff like that. So that's where
it also shows what can happen if a show like a serious show like Jeopardy has so many parodies, since it's shown to be a very serious quiz show, and you get to see what happens when things fall apart and people act like they're not supposed to on the real show.
Some quick ones to chime in from our silent producer before we cut out. Family Manners did American Gladiators. The Ellen Show did one back in the 90s. And Second City of Tattletales.
One show I'd like
I didn't know about the Tattletales one. That was beyond me there. All right, but wait, real
That
quick.
was Second City. SCTV did one.
Oh, SCTV. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I misread that one. Okay, my fault. That's right. That's right. The Canadian.
I think that's second.
That was. So, all right, but wait, real quick, wait, Elliot, wait, did you say something a little while ago? I want to make sure I heard this. Wait, did
Press
you
Your Luck,
Saturday
yeah.
Night did something press your luck related?
Well, it was called Just Desserts. There was a board with money on it, but then some of the spaces were pies or pass a pie. So in front of all the contestants' podium was this hole, and then if you landed on a pie, the hand would come out and throw a pie in your face and go, pie!
Oh, gee.
So unfortunately, the same contestant always got pied.
Can we get a picture of that?
Yeah, I don't have it.
I got it right here.
There you go.
And then,
The guys that won it
the first
were.
player buzzed in, she got pied. Second player buzzed in, it was pass the pie to the left, so the first player got another pie. The second player was pick someone to pass the pie to back to the first place. For the same player that's kept on getting with pie. Another one was, congratulations, you didn't get a pie. Cake.
Oh crap! I need what? Someone needs to link me to that. Someone needs to expert edition board for that.
Well,
do we have a still shot of it?
Go to SNL's web YouTube page. Just type in.
Get a still shot of it queued up. Get a still shot of this.
Hey,
see it.
What if someone made like a board for Press Your Luck Expert Edition 3.3? Wouldn't you do that, Mountain Hawk?
Thank you.
I'll see what I can do.
Boy.
Yeah, I have to admit, there is one SNL sketch I would like to see someday. I've never been able to find it. Is the episode where they had Bill Pullman playing Patrick Wayne on Tic-Tac-Toe.
God! Oh wait. Speaking of.
Oh Lord, help me.
Speaking of SNL, how about the jackpot wad?
$1,000 jackpot wad. And this is Chocolate Babies.
Mark Short as Jackie Rogers Jr.'s character with the $100,000 jackpot wad. You all know the rules. They're very much like pyramid, but different.
It's like the pyramid, but different.
With Jim Belushi as Captain Kangaroo and Billy Crystal as Sammy Davis Jr. So that's of course
another one they did was you win $1.
Yeah.
Well, how about the one on whose line is it anyway? Where they
wait, don't count signs anyway, because remember that's its own thing. Of course, they have to make up their own stuff and stuff like that. Oh wait, we got a picture. We got a picture of Just Desserts. Wait.
I mean,
oh wow. It's bigger than the Press Your Luck board.
How many squares is it? How many squares is it? How many squares is it?
It did throw an extra one of the.
It's 22.
It's seven to a row instead of 8.
It's 8x5.
8 by 5 instead of 7. And they would just go around in a circle. It would.
That's pretty good though. They did a reasonable job on that. I like that. That's pretty.
Yes,
good.
All right.
Does it shuffle or does it move like Second Chance?
I will work on that sometime soon.
I think he said it moved around just in a circle.
Let me take a look. I'll go back to the video and.
All right. Well,
it wasn't like this, was it? It wasn't like this, was it?
We'll investigate that one later on because honestly, we're running short on time here or whatever. So we're gonna have to try it there. And
well, I'll do. Real quick.
What happened?
Guys, if you like what you see here, just remember to hit the like and
smash that like
bell
smash
to
that
be
like
notified.
Yeah, we
like
of course.
button and
yep,
and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also to click on that bell to be notified of when we upload new videos.
Yes, we're gonna have our next episode of the Challengers, hopefully up this weekend, stuff like that from last weekend's show at BurrCon. Oh, and hint, guys, spoiler. All this Kofi stuff, or however you want to pronounce it,
Kofi.
we actually beat him by a few days. We had our own gibberish word moment at BurrCon last weekend. You'll get to see that when the episode comes up. So be on the lookout for that.
It's on the
You'll see it with everybody else. You'll see it with everybody else.
What's the
Yes, it does go clockwise.
So
what Scott means is like, share, subscribe.
yes, all that right, exactly. So,
and don't
Smash
forget,
that like button.
It does go clockwise.
we gotta get out of here, guys. So for Brianna, of course, here for
and don't forget on the anime side, we're going to be doing our top 100 RPG games of all time. So stay tuned for that in 2 weeks.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me about that. Yeah, that's true. All right. So that's going to be for the convention attention 2 weeks. So for Scott, Matt, Elliot Schiff, Chuck Berman here. My name is Brian Spinski. Thank you for joining us tonight for Game Show Talk Fun. And that's Number Wang. We'll see you next time.
What the hell?